And here we go again. Spawning down in the bottom left-hand corner of Derelict Watcher. The blue Protoss player leading 1-0. It is Arthur. Oh, come on, Adabisi. I can't believe you get paid to do this. This is unbelievable.
Where's it going? I don't even have my hands on the computer. I don't know what just happened there, Ben.
This is unacceptable.
I don't know what just happened. Okay, well, I'm not using... I don't know what I did.
I tried to do a Google Maps view for outer space, and it didn't work out.
Okay, I forgot to press numpad.
You're...
All right, spawning in the top right-hand corner as our red Protoss, it is...
Root State.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a little better. That was a little better. At least you didn't let the camera run away from you this time.
I don't know what happened there. That was insane. Yeah, so, you know, State had a tough game last game. I mean, I feel like that's a position where he's played many, 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 many times. And he wins most of the time. And then just against Arthur, he donks out. It's really unfortunate because that is a very defensible position, right? 3 sentries, you dang well better be able to defend against everything. Especially with a ramp.
Yeah.
And he was trying to be a little bit too greedy, used 4 force field to kill 0 stalkers.
Yeah.
Is that a position where he can normally kill those 2 stalkers though?
It was so weird. The stalkers were all able to fight. Like, he gained no positional advantage. All he did was say, hey, you have to fight, versus saying, hey, I'm going to create an advantage for myself.
That's right.
It kind of backfired.
So as juicy as those force fields felt like, I feel like we have to step away from that and just say, okay, it's not nearly as good as we thought. The stalkers can still fully engage. That's not something that we can pursue in the future. Just something to keep in mind, because obviously 4 force fields for nothing. Not a good trade.
No. No bueno.
No bueno, as I would say. Or did you say that too? No bueno?
I just said that.
Well, I'm just saying normally. I don't know if you're copying me.
Maybe you're copying me when you say that.
I highly doubt that. You realize my girlfriend is Mexican.
I spoke Spanish before you guys even started dating.
I spoke Spanish before we even started dating too.
No, you didn't. You just lied to me.
No, I did not. I took 5 years of Spanish.
You went to high school for 5 years?
In college. Yeah, in college. Actually, it's a lot more than that. It's like 6 or 7 years. But it's like semester. Whatever.
I didn't really study Spanish. I just worked on a construction crew with a lot of gentlemen that spoke predominantly Spanish.
I was on a crew where they spoke a lot of Spanish.
Most of my Spanish is just profanity and asking for nails.
How do you say nails in Espanol?
Clavos.
How do you say hammer?
Oh, man. I forgot. It's been a long time since I've built a house.
No sabes. See? I know Espanol.
What is it?
I don't know.
You said, I don't know. You said no sabes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said something like masabes or something. I was like, I don't think that's it.
Masala.
I wanted to say it was maletera, but I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh.
A little bit of stalker aggression early on. State managing to do a lot of damage.
Wow.
Oh, is he going to get one? Yes, he does.
Oh my goodness. How does he do this? He has 2 stalkers against 3 stalkers and a single mothership board.
Uh-oh, Miss Micro.
This is why you do not play... well, you do not, like, send in stuff one at a time.
Oh, these force fields are much better, because now he wins the fight.
And...
Sorta.
Well, yeah, that's 3 stalkers killed already with a 3-gate pressure incoming robotics facility. This is so good because the DPS of this army can't kill this Nexus in time, and then boom, you have a planetary Nexus going down. So, muy bien.
Yep.
Oh.
Nexus is taking a lot of damage.
You need a
cancel.
pylon over here.
It's gonna have to be canceled.
Wow, that's so unfortunate. Yeah, you definitely need a pylon over here to warp in some units. Really make it so that he can guarantee himself a defense over there. But
State looking really vulnerable to 3-gate pressure with this build, man.
yeah, this is kind of crazy. It really shouldn't happen, Ben. Really shouldn't happen. I would love these 3 pylons just go boop, boop, boop right here. Think about it. You warp in a couple of stalkers over here. Really put the pressure on. Now all of a sudden you have 2 stalkers plus a planetary nexus, and then you have units that you have to force field down so you can't expend it on Guardian Shield or something. It just works out so well. And this is the position I was talking about. 3 sentries, and they are not in position to defend or push out against a Nexus that's incoming.
Now, there's a Warp Prism out for State, which is going to enable him to actually move down to that low ground. He'll be able to drop that Immortal on the low ground and come down the ramp behind it. Oh, doesn't want to reveal it.
Wow, that's pretty heads up play. Oh,
man.
2 shots away.
So that army can be recalled away if need be.
All right, and he's gonna push out. Ben.
This is also so cute to hallucinate, and he does hallucinate, or just force with the hallucinating Immortal.
Recall. He's gonna recall.
Gotta get out of there.
He's gonna recall. He needs a recall.
Okay, he does.
Okay, does he just push? Yeah, he pushes. Oh, he just used the recall. Of course, Ben. He's gonna push. He has to push.
There's no.
There's no.
What you call it?
Planetary
Big cannon
Nexus.
thing.
Well, it's photon overcharge,
There we
but
go.
I always call it Planetary Nexus because, well, you know why. Planetary Fortress, Planetary Nexus. It just caught on in the beta.
It looks like State wants to get a second Immortal out, and then he's going to book it across the map. That Warp Prism is very low. Gotta be so careful not to get it sniped off.
Oh, wow. Defense
I don't think State can break that, Andre.
It depends, right? Well, okay, technically you are absolutely right. You shouldn't be able to.
Well, but he could still do. I used actually a Warp Prism out for
I was
Arthur as
thinking
well.
like a push out over here, and then the sentries aren't able to catch
His
this.
better
in
bet
time.
might be some elevator play up into the main.
Yeah, no, that's not good. Well, maybe. Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. Right. I wish he had Blink right now. So sick.
The good news for State is that he is expanding behind this, so he's not in any sort of crazy all-in position.
He can actually force field. Just go right here and force field. Instead, he's just going to do 2 Mortal Harass. Oh, man, be careful.
Oh, no!
State! No! State ain't so! Oh,
What's happening in the natural right now? He's going to go ahead and walk up that ramp. He's going to try to... Oh, wow. Absolutely dunked on.
Yeah, and Arthur is just going to crush.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, he's so far behind. State is 740... Well, 31 harvesters to 37. That's the most important thing. He hasn't yet started any production over here. You can see it's 10 out of 24. They're transferring over right now. But as it stands, I mean, there's just a gigantic composition advantage. How many Immortals? 3-0? Yeah, that's right.
Oy.
3-0. And 3 is greater than 0.
Back in the main. Zealot's annoying in the main base. State forced to recall means he's got no energy for photon overcharge.
Oh, man. Are you kidding me? Arthur is so good, Ben.
Yep. Great PvP being shown here by Arthur, who is now setting up for what could and should be the final push of the game. State, if he force fields well, maybe he sticks around for a little while longer, but man, is it going to be tough.
Yes, sir. Is there another Planetary Nexus?
Is that a Warp Prism in the main again?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Warp Prism harassing the main base. Arthur walking right up the ramp in the natural.
Oh, beautifully done. There are force fields to help out State a ton, but they're not perfect. As you can see, the sentry's just getting torn apart. And even with the residual units that were able to stay alive a little bit here and there, the Immortals, everything are going to be taken out. Yep. No further energy. GG.
GG. Arthur 2-0 State.